that quiet?
No, you're up in the red.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna lower it.
No. What the fuck?
Alright.
Fuck, man. Really good.
I think you should be at the right volume now.
Yeah, 200% where I belong.
I'll be blowing out
Hope you're,
the
hope you're
ears.
recording for some outtakes. There's gonna be a lot of them. Just letting you know that now.
Just like this.
Yep. Video's gonna be an hour of outtakes and 30 minutes of actual review. We won't even get through the album.
Yeah, pretty much knowing you.
Fuck yeah. That's how I roll. Also, I hope you're ready to have to age restrict this video. There, I will probably say fuck about 50 times. If not more.
I already have it set not for kids.
Good. Good. I need that.
We haven't touched on the album.
Oh, that's a lot of Ramses B. Hold on. I'm trying. Hang on. I will find my MUZZ plays. I just gotta figure out how to do it. 72 Scrabbles on the Promised Land.
Wow.
My most scrabbled album of the week. You wanna know what the next 3 are?
Ramses B.
Spacewalk, Cosmonauts, Freedom 2.
Sounds like you.
Yeah, I'm up.
This
All right.
sounds like we're not gonna go through the track list order.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
I had to finish my burrito. Now I got some curly fries. So I'm ready. We can start now. I finished the burrito. That was the big part. So, Valhalla.
It's a pretty good intro.
I really like it.
I
gotta listen to it again so I can tell you specifically what I like about it. Hold on.
like the section after Milk's one line. Milk gets.
You got a timestamp for that? I'm going to find the Promised Land. Is it that land? Is it that line?
Yeah, that line.
I mean, I'll be honest. I had this last when I ranked it originally because it's like an intro, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's last anymore. I kind of really like it actually.
It sets the.
I would say it's probably like 9th.
It sets the tone for like the whole theme.
I like it more than Start Again. It's just like, it's really atmospheric.
Yeah.
I really like atmospheric music.
We know.
As you'll see as we go through the track list, I really like this album. Most of it. Except for like 2 songs.
I'd say about same. I also
yeah,
hear my mom coming up the stairs.
Yo, what's up, Sammy's mom? Can I review your mom? Is that a different review though?
No.
Oh. Alright, well, it was worth a shot, I guess.
Yeah, I think Valhalla sets the tone for like the theme of the album pretty well, the atmosphere.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's pretty much all I have to say about that right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool intro. It almost, you know, I could have seen a world where MUZZ made like a 4-minute song, just add like a D&B drop at the end. It probably would have been top half, honestly, if he did that. Because I really like what's there. I mean, but he didn't, so it's 9th instead. But I do really like what's there, so I'll give it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good introduction, and I like that.
Yep.
All right.
And we get the first single, which was Nemesis.
Absolute fucking banger. I don't care what anyone says. Nemesis goes the fuck off.
It really does. I like.
It's like what's it called? Concert Crush. But if Concert Crush was like good.
I forgot what Concert Crush sounds like.
It's bad.
Okay. I'd say I really like the metallic sound design. Like beeps and whatever. And it's got a lot of energy, and it's gritty at the same time. Although the
I really like.
the vocal samples are a bit cringy.
That's true. No, I agree with that. They are a little cringe, but I like how the drops kind of like go up and down a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of rising, and plus the lead sound changes like every 5 seconds, which is pretty cool.
That's true.
Like this song just feels crazy.
I'd say, because I like looking into the whole theme of the album, and so I'd say like Nemesis kind of gives whoever MUZZ is like making this album for a reason to find the promised land, I guess.
I kind of got like the overall. I think I got the overall story of the album,
Yeah.
which is kind of like I think once you get to like the Sanctuary is when you get to like where Junction 7 would be in the story. I mean, it's obvious because the throwbacks there, but like
Yeah.
looking beyond that, it feels like what happened before Junction 7 and then what like after the Sanctuary is like what happened after Junction 7. It's pretty cool. It's actually pretty fucking cool.
It kind of mixes this old music into the story.
Yeah, I kind of really like it. But yeah, Nemesis, peak, good MUZZ song. It's actually different from MUZZ too, because he usually makes more like his emphasis usually more on the bass line in his DMB songs than in his lead sounds.
Yeah.
And this is an instance where he didn't do that, and I think it worked out really well.
But you don't like Start Again.
Are we on Start Again now?
Yeah, we're on Start Again now.
It just feels way too slow. Like
I'd-
if it, I don't know if it has to be a genre choice is what I have to go with here.
I'd say my main problem with it is the trap switch up. I don't feel like the trap snare works well with the other stuff he has going on.
The only thing that I really remember from Start Again, and I've listened to it a lot of times because I've listened to this album a lot of times so far, is the vocals. I think the vocals are definitely the best part. The drops just feel like, I don't know, dude. When MUZZ does dubstep by himself, I think it's dubstep, right? It's dubstep.
I don't know.
Is it drum? Whatever. Either way, it doesn't matter. It just sounds like flaccid. Like compare this to like Shut It Down. Like Shut It Down's a banger.
True.
But he also had, you know, Teddy Killers and there's somebody else. I don't remember who. But I really like Shut It Down because it does like it does a lot more. It feels like
He had
compared to this.
MC Moda.
Oh well, MC Moda's a pretty good vocalist, so
Yeah.
But like I mean I guess they're not really comparable because Shut It Down goes for a way more banger and Break Start Again goes for like a lot more of an atmospheric kind of song.
Yeah. I think the last drop is he likes to do a really good like rock inspired last drops, and this one has one of those.
Yeah, but it didn't really hit in this one like it does in some of the other songs.
I'd agree with that as well.
Like some of the rock drops in this album are like mental, like actually insanely good.
Yep.
This one, I don't even remember how it sounds. Let me listen to it again, actually. Oh, yeah, it's because it's not like, instead of it being like where it's usually really like heavy rock, it feels more like lighter rock.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit as hard, which makes it a lot less memorable for me because like, I just don't like that kind of rock as much compared to the heavy rock.
Yeah, this is one of the few songs that aren't a playlist.
Yeah, I don't think I added this to my playlist. If I did, I'm probably gonna take it out at some point. But it's not horrible. Don't get me wrong. I think it's still okay. The vocals are definitely really good. I think the vocals are really good for this whole album, pretty much. I don't think there's a song that's specifically ruined by the vocals in here.
No.
That I can think of. But yeah, the drops just they're just kind of flaccid.
Yeah, it's an alright song. I feel like I might like it a lot more without the trap switch up, but yeah.
I don't think there's really any bad songs on this album. It's just a matter of which songs do I remember and which ones do I not.
There's a bad song, and it's right now. It's the next one.
Bro! No fucking way you just said that.
Yeah, I don't
Out
like.
There's good. Hello?
No.
I like Out There. Out There actually's grown on me. Like I didn't have it as high. Like originally when I first heard it as a single, I was like, oh, this is kind of boring. Like it just feels like a normal MUZZ song. But the vocals, man.
That's how I feel still. Like it's a little bit boring.
I mean,
for MUZZ.
I will say it is a normal MUZZ song. It's definitely the most. I'd say it's probably the most MUZZ song on the album. Either that or maybe Starglide. I don't know. It's kind of a debate. But
we'll talk about Starglide later.
I just really like the vocals. I think MVE did like a really good job.
I will admit
like
the vocals are good. The production feels a bit awkward, especially in, like the second drops, which like the drops after the first one sound like they're trying not to be a drop and trying to be a drop at the same time. It's a little weird.
I get that. My favorite part though, and I like it because it's funny. I don't like it because it's good. Is the fake out from the second drop. It's just like this. It's just like this random horn sound. It's.
Do you have a
like
timestamp?
I can get a rough. Hang on, I'll get it for you.
Okay. Actually, I wouldn't say the song is bad. It's just
143.
It's definitely my least favorite.
It's just so random. Like he wanted to make a fake out for the drop that like made sense. It sounds nothing like the rest of the song. It just feels so random.
143 is in the middle of vocals.
Oh, sorry, that was how long was left in the song. My bad. 346. That's like right before it. It's just so random. Like you know what I'm saying?
I hear it now.
There's nothing in the rest of the song that sounds like that fake out there. And as much as it doesn't fit and it doesn't make sense, it makes me like the song more. Just because it gives the song character.
Yeah.
Like it definitely. I don't know. It's like one of those like kind of like Bishu style things where I don't really actually like Bishu's songs. I just think they're funny.
I like
and like
songs.
Since they're funny, I come back and listen to them because they're funny. Well, no, some of them are good, but like I come back and listen to them.
Remix is ironically the best song on the label.
All right, well, hey, we're not talking about that. Let's not try to trigger people today. Come on, we're talking about the MUZZ album. Come on. But like, yeah, I do like Out There. I think it's pretty good. I definitely think the vocals help a lot because there's a lot of vocals in this song. Well, yeah, the production's pretty normal. Like, I mean, that was my biggest complaint with it when it came out, was that the production is very normal MUZZ. There's not much to it.
I wasn't a huge fan of normal MUZZ before, too, so.
Yeah, I'd say the only reason that I really like this is because it sounds like maybe Calling Out. I really like Calling Out.
I do too.
So kind of getting the those throwback vibes really help. It's definitely the closest song to Calling Out, and I like that. But I'd say it's pretty good, personally.
The next one is Born for This, which is probably the most experimental.
For MUZZ, definitely. People when people were telling me what this song was, I was like, "You're joking, right?" Like I was like, "There's no way that MUZZ just made Bass House Big Room." And I was like, "There's no way this is gonna sound good."
And
Zyra slaps. What the heck? Like, Born for This is kind of nuts.
I really enjoy it.
Like, he took all his normal MUZZ atmosphere, like the midsection super atmospheric, the build up super atmospheric. There's like a mini drop in the first build up that's like kind of bass house, but it's like I don't even know what to call it, but it's really good. And it's just the laser sounds in the drop just like go off.
Something I liked about it is that some sections were empty, but they didn't take away from the song. They actually worked. Like, I didn't find myself being annoyed that they were empty.
The whole second drop is like that, and I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Like the first drop is way more involved, and I like it less than the second drop that actually realistically does almost nothing.
The favorite part of mine is the drop after access denied. Whatever sample that was.
Yeah, I think that's the first drop.
Yeah, that was really good with the horns
We're not
and
to the
stuff.
Sanctuary. Why am I listening to that? I don't want to listen to the Sanctuary anyways.
I see it on my friend's activity.
Yeah, Born for this though. It has that old. It has that older house sound, like that older electro house sound from back in the day.
You're older than me. Shut up.
I know, and that's why I'm saying it, because it makes me like the song. Because it's actually a complete reason I enjoy it. It sounds like a throwback track, which is really nice. I mean, a lot of MUZZ's music kind of sounds like that. Like he's very pendulum. He's a lot like Pendulum. Okay.
I think Born for this also manages to keep the atmosphere and theme of the album wild.
Yeah, I think that's the craziest part, that he made like such a different song, but it still has the same. You can still tell it's MUZZ.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the atmosphere stuff.
And the air horns.
Yeah, and the air horns. He loves air horns, and I respect that. So yeah, Born for this, great song. It's actually middle of the pack in the album because I really like the album, as I've said multiple times. But it's very good.
It's probably top 4 for me.
I think I have it 5th, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
It's like right there with Out There, so yeah. They're like 5th and 6th. They're interchangeable. Starglide.
Great song.
I love Starglide. In a similar sense to Out There, it's a very MUZZ song. It has all the MUZZ elements that make a MUZZ drum and bass song.
Yeah.
But it has such good vocals. It has such good vocals.
I would agree with that. It did take me a while to get into the melody, but then I really liked the melody because it was like higher pitched and whatever.
Yeah.
The last drop is great, except it starts out kind of weird, but then it gets better.
Yeah. I think that this one, other than Salvation, I'd say this one on the album incorporates the rock drop the best. Rock / drum and bass, or not drum bass, drum step or whatever. That like it's because you're getting towards the end of the song. You're like, oh, it's about to end. It's probably gonna be like some atmospheric outro or something, right? Like MUZZ usually does that. Usually does like some cool atmospheric outro. Nah, instead you just get this like banger. It's like the best part of the song.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's a great song. I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I really like Starglide. I think I had it 4th. It's the highest normal MUZZ song.
Well, there's only 2 of those, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean the other newer style MUZZ songs definitely beat it out. But those are later, so. All right.
Now we get to Midtempo, your favorite genre ever.
All right. Well, hear me out. I don't hate this song, which is really a compliment for me considering it's Midtempo. That genre needs to stop. It's actually so bad. Like, I hear a Midtempo song I like every 6 months, at the most.
Not Kill Switch.
Definitely not Kill Switch. I'd never want to hear Kill Switch again.
I don't know. This might be one of my top 2.
I had The Sanctuary at 9. It's probably 10th now.
It's really heavy though. I like all the lead sounds
It is.
used.
No, I will give you that. It is heavy.
All the lead sounds used are great, and it changes up a lot, which helps.
My favorite part of The Sanctuary is definitely the atmosphere, like usual. Yeah. It's super atmospheric. Like it feels like the title track. Like I know that there's no actual true technical title track for this album, but The Sanctuary feels like what would be the title track. Like it feels, because it has the Junction 7 portion, which is really cool. I like that.
The Junction 7 portion was cool. The part I didn't like was "This Is Your Sanctuary" before the first drop. Like that didn't really fit.
Yeah, that sample is weird. I don't really like it. I don't think it fits super well. I mean, for a mid-tempo song, it's not bad. I mean, if it was drum and bass, it would have automatically been way better. Or actually any other genre, for the matter of fact.
Fair enough. I still find it amazing.
There are banger parts to it, but it still kind of feels like a generic mid-tempo song to me. But then again, I mean, most mid-tempo songs sound that way to me. So, I think it's fair, but it's 10, so.
And now we're moving on to Salvation.
Alright, listen to me here. When the Warehouse came out, I was like, there's no way that MUZZ is gonna top this song. And then Salvation came out. And Salvation doesn't even do anything special. The drum step drops are different.
It's jump up, right?
I don't know. I have no idea what the technical genre is. All I know is that I was like, oh, these are pretty good. I'm like, I mean, these are MUZZ drops, all right. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm liking this. And then you get to the last like minute and 15 seconds, and I don't know if MUZZ played the guitar. I don't know if it was somebody from the Bloodhounds. I don't know who did it, but they deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. It's one of the best guitar solos I've ever heard.
That's definitely, I think that's my highlight of the song.
Oh, I think it's everyone's highlight. That guitar solo is just insane. Like, it's absolutely meant, and it comes out of nowhere. That's the best part about it. Like, you're just like, all right, well, we're probably gonna get in the third jump up / whatever genre this is drop, because I mean that's what we've done for the last two, and MUZZ has a tendency to do that sometimes. And then just out of nowhere, this dude just comes in here stringing up a storm, and it's just insane.
I will say, I really like the vocals. They're very aggressive, and they're.
Oh yeah, I love how they sound. It sounds like this sounds like the most Pendulum song on the album.
I don't
like this
think
sounds like
that the first two drops kind of work well, because the first two drops are kind of like lighter and don't have as dark a mood as the vocals gave off, so it doesn't seem like they mix together. But then the last drop fixes that. That's really good.
Yep. I don't know, the vocals are very good. The Bloodhounds did a very good job. I'd say this is probably, I'm gonna say, the second best vocal performance. I think I said that about Out There, but I don't think it's true. I think this is probably the second best vocal performance. The best one is A Tragedy, but we'll get to that later. I don't know, the vocals they just fit the theme so well.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like a 2010 Pendulum song that had modern day production. I love it.
The This Is Salvation vocal sample does not fit again, but.
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I don't care for this one.
Yeah.
Because this one's it's just everything else works so well. So yeah, I love the Salvation. Best on the album for me.
The next song is my favorite one, The Warehouse.
This, dude, the community reception to this, I love it. Because this song deserves it.
It really does.
Like, this song is different. No one goes into a MUZZ song.
Also, before anyone says anything, it does not sound like Camo and Crooked.
It doesn't. It doesn't. If you want to hear Camo and Crooked, go listen to Protostar Without You. Anyways. By the way, good song also, because it sounds like Camo and Crooked, but that's not the point. Like, everything in the drops are just clean. Like, it's so clean. Like, this is one of the best produced songs on the album, I think, if not the best.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, and Pavin, or however you want to say the name, Pav Foreign, whatever you say his name.
I think it's meant to be Foreign because he was with Foreign Bankers.
Yeah, it's probably right. He puts in a great performance. Not to take away from Miss Trouble, I think she did fine.
She did,
but she definitely feels like. I think she took the backseat here, which is fine. I think it worked well. I definitely think Pav Foreign did the most.
He went off. I especially liked when he came in after the first drop and led into the second one.
Yeah, I like, my favorite part is probably I think it's the second drop. Actually, yeah,
Like
my
the
favorite
final
part
one?
is actually this. Yeah, my favorite part is definitely the second drop. I actually like the drop without the vocals more because I feel like MUZZ does some really cool stuff with that drop.
The
Even though I think
atmosphere
both
in
drops
that
are
final
insane.
drop is insane, and the way he
Yeah,
like has a full bar of just drums and then the delayed air horn.
yeah, I like that building sort of like sound in the back, the air horn.
Yeah.
That it adds so much, and it makes it sound so much different than the first drop, which had the more vocal driven drop. Which I mean, that drop was great too. I bass boosted my car, and I put this onto my car, and my speakers almost exploded. The bass in this song is insane.
It's really like impactful.
Like the song is just crispy to listen to. That's the best way I can describe it.
I think it pulls off the atmosphere and theme of the album the best, besides
I would
maybe
agree with
Catharsis. But I also
Maybe.
did call that it would transition into somewhere else from the outro.
It does have the the underwater coming up kind of breathing sound.
Well, no, it has
I
like the warehouse sound opening, and then someone like diving into the water.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then it has like that at the beginning of somewhere else.
Yeah. That's
I do
one.
kind of like the transitional kind of album, even though it's not necessarily forced on this like it is on some other albums.
Yeah.
There are some. It's kind of nice. It just adds that little touch that I really like. You think of it as an overall project instead of each individual song because of that. And it makes it more enjoyable to enjoy the less enjoyable songs. And it makes the more enjoyable songs more enjoyable.
Pretty much. Second to last song is the longest one. It's Somewhere Else, featuring Danica Nadeau.
Oh my god, this song. It had so much. The first like 2 minutes of Danica over the piano is so good. And then the drop happens. And MUZZ was like, hey guys, let's go back to 2013, where I didn't know how to master my music. I also didn't know how to make a good drum and bass drop back then. Aha! Hope you guys enjoy. And then we get that for 3 minutes, it feels like. Because it just drags. And it drags. And it drags. And it drags. Oh, and then it's over.
I think
So
that's
we're back
a hot
to
take,
Danica.
honestly.
No, then we're back to Danica. Danica is back. She puts in another. I'll give Danica all the credit. She went off. Her vocals in the song are insane. Like, but and then, hey, I got an idea, guys. Let's force the rock part. The bad D&B drop wasn't enough. Let's force the rock part. Oh my god, dude! If I was Danica, I would have killed him. I would have killed him. How does she let this happen?
I think your opinion on this song is quite a hot take. It took me a while to get into the first drop because I was like, did I seriously just wait almost 3 minutes for something as empty as this? You know? And then it kind of grew on me, and it was okay. But I really liked the rock part at the end. I didn't feel like it was forced. It really like closed out the song in a great way for me.
This song is 2 minutes too long, is how I'm viewing it. There is so much unnecessary drag in this song. Like, it feels like it wants to be a MUZZ epic, right? Like, this feels like it wants to be a Spectrum, or like, or a Endgame or something. But it doesn't have any of the things that made those songs good. Like, there's no storytelling. There's the atmosphere feels like flat compared to every other song. Like, damn, I
still think the highlight is the first 3 minutes of just Danica.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That piano with Danica singing is amazing. And if you could have slapped this on any other song on the album, it would have been the best song on the album. But because it's on Somewhere Else and those two drops happen afterwards, I can't enjoy it.
Fair enough. I think it's top half for me because I still really enjoy like the Warehouse and Sanctuary and whatever.
No, this is 11th. This is last. Thanks, MUZZ.
The last song, it's the Coven feature, Catharsis.
Another very experimental song for MUZZ. I'd argue the most experimental. This or
Born for This.
Born for This. I'd actually think this one's more experimental.
Really?
Yeah. I think that, I don't know, maybe Coven did more than it looks like up front. Maybe MUZZ didn't do all the production. To me, it seems like this song was Coven vocals with MUZZ production, right? But it could be more than that, because it definitely sounds like this would be something that Coven would make, right? But it doesn't. Synth pop is one of the last things I expect from MUZZ. Out of every genre, like I expected mid-tempo more than synth pop. The only thing like that would have surprised me more would have maybe been like a hardcore song or something. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this song. It's really good.
Sorry,
like this
I was told I have to make a pizza in like 5 minutes. So.
All right. Well, I mean, just gotta do Catharsis, then we're done. Easy peasy.
I
love Catharsis.
I was watching the live stream of this premiering, and when that first drop happened, I was kind of blown away a bit. Like,
yeah,
the kind of choir-infused synth pop sounds were really good, and then he mixed it with the drum step extremely well. Cope nailed the vocals as always, like, and it does a great job of like ending like a minute before the end of the actual song, and then kind of doing like a theme of the album closing with the rising part.
I had this third, I think. I love the chorus. The chorus just sells this song for me. I mean, I love chorus in most songs. It's really one of my favorite things, but in this song it feels like extra impactful because of the way that it keeps switching between the heavier drum step and the more chorus driven synth pop part. I don't know, it just works really well. And I said it feels really experimental for MUZZ, not so much for Coven. Like this seems like a song that Coven make, as I said, but
yeah,
I think this is really good.
This is really solid.
Definitely a great outro.
Yeah, this entire album kind of surprised me because I think I only like, if the Warehouse did not come out as a single, I would have had like very low expectations, because the Warehouse, I was listening to that like 10 times the first day, and that was
yeah, dude.
That was when I only had the file. It wasn't even out
Yeah,
yet.
I was convinced that the Warehouse was not going to get beaten. Like I had really low hopes for this album until the Warehouse came out, and then the Warehouse came out, and I got my hopes back some, and then the actual like the preview, the live preview happened, and I just instantly loved this album way more. He held all the best songs until release, other than the Sanctuary. He held all the best songs until release, and because of that, I listened to the other songs more. I'm like, these aren't as bad as I thought. I really like this album.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go and say this is maybe his best collection of work yet.
I don't know. I am a really big fan of his older EP that had the Phantom, and I'm also a really big fan of the Spectrum EP. But I'd say this is probably tied, maybe.
Yeah, F Minor Factor was good.
Oh yeah, that one too. So I'd say it's probably like it's either, this might be slightly better, I don't know. I need to give it a little more time. But this is good. This is very good. I like all the songs now except for except for Start Again and
the Sanctuary.
Somewhere Else.
And
I mean, I can listen to the Sanctuary. It's just mid-tempo. That's the problem with it, you know?
I get you. I'd say the only ones I wouldn't come back to are Start Again and Out There.
That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Start Again is definitely the weakest song, I think. Like, in terms of just general, everyone listening to this album, they'd probably all say, like, yeah, Start Again's probably, like, the weakest. It just doesn't...
I think Hoxie put it first.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong then. Never mind. I think it's the second weekend. I kept saying random numbers because I didn't actually have a real ranking. So to everyone who was listening to the numbers, just ignore them.
Alright.
Fine.
Thanks for doing this on a whim.
Hey, no problem, dude. I still got some curly fries, dude. You want some curly fries?
I cannot eat curly fries through your mic.
Bet. Some ketchup. I'm doing it.
And then you're gonna go back to like your 8th hour of Rune Light.
Nah, dude, I only played like 2 hours today. I was playing golf. Playing golf with your friends.
I haven't played that in a while.
Yeah, I kind of suck at it. I won one game.